You are listening to Judge Carlos Zamora listing the counts against the theater gunman and a resounding guilty on all counts, a unanimous verdict from the 12-person jury who took 12 hours to find the theater shooter guilty. 24 counts of first-degree murder, guilty of 140 counts of attempt to commit murder, which relates to those who were injured. And David Beller back with me now, and let's talk about some of what we are hearing from the judge going through A, B, and C. What does that mean? What is he referring to?
So on every one of the verdict forms, there's three different sections. Section number 1, A, is Mr. Holmes guilty or not guilty? Question B is telling the jury that if you found him not guilty, did you find him not guilty because he was insane? So A is guilt or not guilt, B is sane, and C is, did he use a deadly weapon during the commission of the offense? And there's a set of laws called crime of violence, and it changes the penalty if, in fact, a deadly weapon was used. And so really it's an intellectual exercise that they're going through, but that is what A, B, and C means.
So as you heard him talk about B, and obviously they didn't fill that out because they didn't feel it was necessary because it was a unanimous decision. Talk about what we're seeing in the court. When we see the defendant, we see his team, they're standing. It doesn't look like there's any reaction from any of those people. He is standing there with his hands in his pockets.
You know, remember, regardless of whether he was sane or insane, every single person did testify, or every one of the experts testified, that he's mentally ill and that he is medicated. And so certainly I think we're going to hear the lack of reaction was at least in part due to that. But his attorneys have also undoubtedly advised him not to react. The attorneys themselves are consummate professionals. They're not going to react. They're trained to not react. Out of respect for the decorum of the process, they're not going to react. But undoubtedly, this is an excruciating process for them. It's an excruciating period of time. And having to stand through all of this is certainly something that is undoubtedly difficult for them.
Yeah, we did expect that this would take about an hour and a half. That is a long time to stand and listen to all of those guilty charges.